Hello, students of Silicon Valley. Grade 5, you are welcome to your e-learning program. Today our strand is my country Ghana, and the sub-strand is how our ancestors lived in the ancient Ghana. So the question that one is likely to ask is, who is an ancestor? An ancestor is a family member who lived long ago before someone's parents were born. So for example, you can have the grandparents of your grandparents or the parents of your grandparents. Such people can be your ancestors. Most of our ancestors were living by hunting with bows and arrows. They were also using spears to hunt for wild animals. The only means of trading in the olden system was the barter trade, where goods were exchanged for goods. So during the olden days, there was nothing like the use of coins, which we call numismatics. Normally, you have to bring your goods, and then it has to be valued, and then another good is brought in an exchange. So in short, when you talk about the barter system or the barter trade, that is exchanging goods for goods, and that is what we call the barter trade. We again look at differences between life in the olden days and today. We look at the kind of food, the clothes, the mode of travel or transportation, and then we look at communication. First we look at the kind of foods that our ancestors were eating. So in the olden days, there were nuts, fruits, and fishes. But now we have fried rice, pizza, ice cream, and the rest. So that is the kind of food that our people most often eat, or our parents eat today or in modern times. Secondly, we look at the cloths, the kind of cloths that were being used in the olden times and then in the present times. So in the olden times, we have animal skins, we have broad plant leaves were being used in the olden days. However, mini skirts, blouses, trousers are the things that are being used as the means of covering the skin. Thirdly, we look at the mode of traveling or transportation. Walking on foot with lots of goods on their heads were very common among the people of the olden days. So we can have in the olden days somebody carrying loads from Bonomanso to the southern area, or Techiman to the southern area, or from Ashanti, Kumasi to the southern area. So you can link this into the slave trade era, where people have to walk all the way from Kumasi to the coastal area to be shipped to the European countries or to the West Indies. Now, walking on foot was very common among the people of the olden days. Today, we have cars, we have ships, we have trains, we have aeroplanes that are being used as a means of transport. Finally, we have what we call communication. Communication is simply the way that you can talk to, a way of sending messages. Drumming and hooting was the only means of sending messages in the olden days, but in modern times, we have what we call mobile phones, we have WhatsApps, we have emails. These are basically some of the means of communication in the modern times. Again, we look at some of the things that show similarities. When I say similarities, I'm saying that things that are common between the olden and the new or modern times. We have some things are the same in the olden days and now. Now let's look at some of them. So we have what we call leaders. Our ancestors had leaders like chiefs. Today we have leaders, but the leaders are the presidents, members of parliament, assemblymen, etc., etc. We have rich and poor. Our ancestors did not use money, but some of them were rich, whilst others were poor. For example, those who were rich had more tools for hunting and had more slaves than their neighbors. Again, we look at the workers. In the olden days, people had special work to do. So, for example, they had those who would go for hunting and those who would go for fishing. So, fishing was being practiced in the olden days, but today we still go for fishing. Hunting, people used to hunt in the olden days, yet today they still go for hunting. We have farming too. People used to farm in the olden days, but today we still have farming activities going on.